Sit, let us take a moment in memory and honor of Mr. Priyantha Kumara as the entire nation shares the immense grief and loss of the bereaved family and the government and people of Sri Lanka. Ladies and gentlemen, as you are aware, Pakistan is looking forward to hosting the 17th extraordinary session of the OIC Council of Foreign Ministers on 19th December in Islamabad. The session's focus is on the serious humanitarian situation in Afghanistan. You have followed the media interaction of the Foreign Minister on 4th December, outlining the context and objectives of this conference, which comes in the wake of an intensive and sustained diplomatic outreach by Pakistan, led by the Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister. And this is from Afghanistan's immediate neighbors to other key partners, with a view to promoting engagement of the international community to help address the challenges confronting Afghanistan. We believe OIC's leadership can help galvanize other international actors, and this meeting will be a timely opportunity to consider practical arrangements and concrete steps to correspond to the humanitarian needs of the Afghan people. As we prepare and finalize arrangements for the conference, we shall continue to brief and update you. By way of a quick roundup of other activities, let me note that Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi's visit to Brussels from 6th to 8th of December, during which, in addition to the bilateral dialogue with Belgium, he co-chaired the 6th round of Pakistan-EU strategic dialogue with EU High Representative and Vice President Josep Borrell. The Foreign Minister also met NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg, besides interacting with Belgian and European parliamentarians. During these meetings, among other issues, the situation in Afghanistan and Jammu and Kashmir also came under discussion. You would have seen the comprehensive joint communique of the strategic dialogue. Foreign Minister Qureshi and Mr. Borrell reviewed the ongoing cooperation between Pakistan and the EU based on the strategic engagement plan and agreed to further enhance EU-Pakistan mutual engagement. They also had an extensive exchange of views on the situation in Afghanistan. They agreed on the importance of maintaining sustained engagement with Afghanistan to promote stability and expressed grave concern at the potential for an economic collapse and significantly worsening humanitarian situation. The High Representative also thanked Pakistan for its support in evacuation of EU nationals and the safe passage of people from Afghanistan. Foreign Minister Qureshi reiterated Pakistan's deep concerns about human rights violations by India in Jammu and Kashmir and efforts to change the demography of the disputed territory in violation of United Nations Security Council resolutions. The High Representative underscored that the European Union is following the human rights situation in Jammu and Kashmir closely and restated the need for restraint, de-escalation of tensions, and resolution of the dispute through dialogue and constructive political and diplomatic engagement. Let me also recall the President, Dr. Arif Alvi, visited Turkmenistan to attend the 15th summit of the Economic Cooperation Organization on 28th November. The President also held a number of bilateral meetings during the summit. The day before, the Foreign Minister represented Pakistan at the 25th Council of Ministers meeting of ECO. Earlier in the week, the 11th round of Pakistan-Norway bilateral political consultations was held in Oslo, whereas the 7th round of Pakistan-EU political dialogue was held virtually on December 5th. As a testament to Pakistan's credentials in multilateral diplomacy, Pakistan was elected chair of G77 and China for the year 2022 and also re-elected to the Executive Council of the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons for the term 2022 to 2024. In Vienna, Pakistan was elected as member of the Industrial Development Board and Program and Budget Committee of UNIDO. In the context of economic diplomacy, on 5th December, Pakistan and Saudi Arabia signed 2 agreements related to workers' recruitment and skills verification program of Pakistani workforce being employed in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Ladies and gentlemen, on the public diplomacy front, Pakistan Foreign Office Women Association PAFWA annual charity bazaar was organized on 27 November in Islamabad. Under Foreign Minister's vision for an office, a series of public diplomacy events were undertaken in Lahore from 4th to 5th December, with over 40 resident diplomatic missions in attendance, including at the lively polo match to celebrate 70 years of Pakistan-Argentina diplomatic relations. And you would have followed online the Forum on Cooperation between China and Pakistan Friendship Provinces and Cities that was organized yesterday as part of the 70th anniversary celebrations of Pak-China diplomatic relations, under which over 120 events have been held so far in the 2 countries. The International Day for Elimination of Violence Against Women was commemorated on 25th November. And today, we are marking the Human Rights Day. In upholding universal respect for human rights, these occasions are also reminders to the international community to call for immediate cessation of widespread violations of human rights and international humanitarian law, especially in situations of foreign occupation, such as Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Ladies and gentlemen, this week, 6th December marked the 29th year of tragic demolition of centuries-old Babri Masjid by BJP RSS zealots in India. The new illegal structure being built at the site of the historic mosque will remain illegitimate in the eyes of Muslims and conscientious persons across the world. It is reprehensible that today's Hindu majoritarian India presents a gruesome reality for its minorities, particularly Muslims, who are being persecuted in all walks of life with complete impunity and state complicity. The plight of Kashmiris in IIOJK is also evident before the international community. We strongly condemn the continuing military crackdowns, arbitrary detentions, coercion, use of force, and extrajudicial killings in fake encounters and staged operations by Indian occupation forces in IIOJK, where at least 21 Kashmiris have been martyred in the last 1 month. Persisting with their callous behavior, the occupation forces even deprive the bereaved families from carrying out last rites of their loved ones. The international community, including the UN, must take immediate cognizance of the grave situation in IIOJK, and it is in that context that the Foreign Minister has addressed another letter to the President of the Security Council and the UN Secretary General to apprise the world body entrusted with the maintenance of international peace and security and with the responsibility for a peaceful resolution of Jammu and Kashmir dispute in accordance with its own resolutions. With that, I would like to conclude, and I am ready to take your questions.